Good. So let me change the view to speaker view. And I will mute everybody. Okay, good. Let's start standing today. Welcome to Meditation Through the Seasons. On our recording, this should be number 7. And we are still, and we will be for a long time, in the winter water element. So let's begin today with our little bounce. So have a comfortable stance with your feet. Relax the shoulders, and then gently bounce. And if bouncing by bending the knees lightly does not feel good to you, then see if you can't create a bounce maybe in the upper body with the arms or the shoulders. And if you can get the bounce in the knees, you can always add more to the body. Let the breath flow freely. And once you get your rhythm going, bring your awareness to your feet. Having your feet connected to the earth is really important. A sense of groundedness can really be achieved with a slight little bounce. Energy going down, energy coming back up into you through the earth. The other reason why I like to do this exercise, as many of you know, is because this is a great way to stimulate our lymph system, which is one of our fluid systems in the body, but specifically our lymph with this light bounce really helps move those fluids, the sort of the garbage in between the cells of our body tissues, out and away. And that's how we support our immune system, because the body is rid of things that it doesn't need. So hopefully you have a real connection with the earth, as well as some lightness in the body. See if you can't add a little sway. See if you can't add a little hip. Just a nice easy flow as you maintain that little bounce, little vibration. And then see if you maybe can bring it into the arms and shoulders a bit. If somebody else is coming on. Dara's coming. Great. So keep bouncing. Up into the shoulders, one at a time or both together. Looks like you're laughing. To the elbows, wrists, and fingers. And then, if you'd like, even get it into a little head movement, a little bobble. And we want to try and keep this going. And if you're somebody who gets dizzy or is unsteady, of course you can hold onto a chair and try the head. Or just keep the head still and keep the bubbles going and jiggling in the rest of the body. But we want to keep this going for a couple minutes. That really is how we reap the benefits for our immune system. But you might be feeling that your body's getting a little warmer, because it's not just the lymph that we're addressing. You might notice that there's blood circulating. You're getting warmer. The muscles are moving, creating heat. Good. And now come to stillness and feel the energy in the body, the circulation of blood and lymph and energy in the body. If you'd like, even close your eyes to go inward so you can really sense movement, flow inside the body, even though you are still. Our bodies are very active on the inside. Not only with our breath coming in and out, but with this beautiful circulation that we have created, and that's always present. But tuning into it really takes some skill and mindfulness. Keeping the eyes closed if you want, or open the eyes. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Let's bring the arms, palms up, out to the side, and exhale, coming down. Inhaling it up. Use your own breath timing. And exhale it down. Once more. Great. Really arriving here in this moment. Feeling all that flow internally. That's a real wonderful water element sense that we want to really hone in on. Super. Come and have a seat. One more thing I have to fix. Sorry. All right, we're good. So with this increased prana and awareness in the body, with our circulation, let's warm up the joints a little bit more. Shoulder rolls, one direction and then the other. Great. Tip your head over to one side, relaxing the shoulders, and reach the opposite arm out. You can wiggle the fingers to keep some awareness there, but really relax the shoulders and let the head get a nice stretch to the side. Now bring that arm behind you. You can bring it down to the chair, but just bring it behind you, just maintaining this side head stretch. And now to release this neck stretch, gently tuck the chin in, bring the head down, and then come straight up. And if you're at all dizzy, do some quick runs in place. Let's now stretch the other side. Gently tip the head the other way. Reach the opposite arm out. The head is tipped one way, the arm reaches out the other way. Wiggle those fingers, relax the shoulders, open. You can even bring the arm a little bit behind you here and feel a little deeper stretch in through the neck and shoulder. Breathe. Now slowly lower that arm down, behind you, behind the chair, onto the chair. And again, just stay here and relax and open. By the way, the sense organ for our water element are the ears. And now to release, tuck the chin and tip the head forward, and then come back up to neutral, running in place if you're at all dizzy. Bringing the hands to the hips, bring the elbows behind you, opening up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, and then release. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, and release. Two more, squeeze, and release. One more, squeeze, and release. Good, shake it out. Open up your feet a bit, and let's take our bodies around in a nice big circle. Opening up the spine. Good, and now go the other way. Nice, and come back to center. Bring one shoulder to the opposite knee as you bend forward with a little twist, and then come on back up. Twist and stretch forward, and back up. Once more to each side, and the other way, and release. Good. Bringing your feet in front, sitting tall, engaging the low dantian, our abdominal muscles here, holding the chair. We're going to raise one foot up and bring it to the side, rip it down, peel that foot off, and bring it to the center. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Notice the articulation through the ankle, as well as the work at the hip and the core. Once more, out to the side, and back again. Now the other way. Good. And up, and back. Staying tall with your spine really makes those abdominals work, really fires the low belly, our power center. One more. Peel the foot off, rip it on, and back again. Great. Now, sitting back in your chair, lift both legs up and do a little flutter. Feeling those thigh muscles, feeling the belly. And pause, flex and point, flex and point. Really get the ankles going. and gently release down. Nice. All right, let's do our bladder and kidney energy meridian Qi Gong. So this exercise we've done before. I'm going to turn sideways, you don't have to. But we start sitting tall, bringing our arms back and around into a forward stretch. So, sorry, just hit me. I'm a little too close to the wall. Let's try this with both arms if you can. Now, it can be just an arm movement, or you can add a little bit more of the spine. And that rippling through the spine is really what we're working with here. So see what you can do. Here we go. Stretching back, a little arch, looking up, arms come up and over, reach all the way over toward the feet, hands to the back of the legs. Trace up the back of the legs, back of the knee, back of the thigh, come up to the hips, come up to where the kidneys are. The low ribs, if you can reach, a tap. Go back down, just the way you came. And now, hands to the inner aspect of the legs, come all the way up, and pause at the hips. Again, circling the arms back and around, arching the spine if you can, reach forward, fold, trace those hands along the back of the legs, all the way up to the kidneys, tap, all the way back down. Hands come to the inner aspect of the legs, trace back up, and pause at the hips. Beautiful. Let's come to standing and try this here too. So as the arms go back, what's going to happen is that the knees will bend and the hips will press forward as you take the arch and that little ripple through the spine. I think one time we talked about this, it might have been years ago, but we talked about it being that balloon man at the car dealership. Okay? So use that image if that helps. All right. So feet comfortable distance apart. Here we go. Bend the knees, press the hips forward, the arms come back, circling around, and into a forward fold. The knees can bend as much as you need. Hands trace the back of the legs all the way up. Tap the kidneys. Trace all the way back down. Hands come to the inner aspect of the legs, tracing up the kidney meridian, and pause at the hip joints. Let's try it once more. Bend the knees, press the hips forward, a little ripple through the spine, arms come up and over, forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need, trace the back of the legs, tap the kidney area, trace all the way back down. Switch the hands to the inner aspect of the legs and come on up, pause at the hips, and shake it out. Good. That is a full body exercise, as you can tell. But we're tracing the bladder meridian on the back surface of the body, and we're tracing the kidney meridian on the inner aspect of the legs coming into the core. Let's go into our swimming dragon. So instead of doing the ripple forward and back, we're now going to do the ripple side to side. Yeah? So bring your feet as close together or touching if you can. Let's start with the hands on the hips just so we get the little skiing motion here going down. But feel how planted those feet are connecting to the earth, even though you're manipulating those foot bones and ankle bones. Notice the knees tipping side to side, which means that the rest of the body accommodates. There's that flow that we're trying to get in the body as we're doing this little bend and dip side to side. Good, that's all that's happening in the lower body. You know the upper body is accommodating and moving as well. And of course we have arms to put on top of it. But you can make it very big with the upper body, or you can make it very small with the upper body. Yeah? All right, shake it out. Let's see if we can't pull this together. For those of you who know it and you want to just swim, go ahead. If you are ready, if you don't know it, then stay with me. We start with our feet close together. And we bring our hands to our hearts. Take a nice deep breath in and out right here. Knees can be slightly bent. We begin by tipping knees one way and body and head the other as we sleep. Reach forward. As my arms go forward, my hips go back. And I circle around and sleep on the other side. Now we swim. Fingertips go at the shoulder height. Point toward the waist. Point down toward the knees. Back up to the waist, to the shoulder, and now up overhead. Open wide to release. Come back to the heart. And sleep the other way. Round forward. Sleep. Swimming. Fingers at the shoulder height. Waist. Knees. Waist. Shoulders. Sky. And open wide. Beautiful. This is such a great exercise, gives the whole inside of your body, all those wonderful organs, a wonderful massage. It's great to do every day. Let's move on to our Doyen 12-step Qi Gong. So with your feet close together, one hand on top of the other here on your low dantian, soft knees so you're in a soft stance. We'll begin with our first phrase, which is beginning of heaven's creation. Tune into your breath right now. It might be that your heart's pumping fast and you're breathing a little heavy, but see if you can't still find that flow, even though it might be a little intense in this stillness, because it's that circulation and energy that's going to support you in our Qi Gong. Here we go. We're going to the left side. Step it out to the left. Let's release our arms first. Step out to the left. Pinkies lead, looking left as the arms circle up, forward, and bend to lower. Look to the right as the arms circle again. Shift your weight back and close. Now to the right side, peel the foot off, step right, looking right, forward, and bend. Looking left, circling those arms again, forward, and close. Double fish, a little turn to the left, preparation, left hand underneath the right fingertips on the wrist. Step out and circle around. Shift the weight back, double fish here at the heart. Step in. Press heaven and earth, looking to the left. And then look to the right as the arm slowly lowers. To the right side, a little turn to the right. Preparation. Cast the fishing net. Shift the weight back, double fish. Step it in, press heaven and earth, looking to the right. Look to the left as the arm comes slowly down. Our third phrase, old horse stable. Step out to the left, pinkies touch, soft fist under the chin. Reach the fingers skyward, and then turn the hands, make pincers with the fingers. Keep the elbows straight, bend the knees deeply, and look to the left as the arms come back as far as you can. Notice that the fingers point up to the heavens. Stay low and come to center. Back of the hands touch. Knuckles, knuckles, poof. Rise, shift the weight, and come back in. To the other side, to the right side. Step out to the side. Pinkies together. Soft fist under the chin. Fingers reach skyward. Turning. Pincers. Elbows are straight as you bend deeply, looking to the right. Fingers pointing skyward. Stay low in that deep bend. Back of the hands touch. Knuckles, knuckles, poof. Shift your weight and come on back in. Ji Chang shoots a louse. We start by drawing soft fists up to the side of the body, step it out to the left, and press forward. Make fists again and draw the bow. So lifting that left heel, pivot, and sink. So the back heel is pressing down. You've got that beautiful elbow pointing back. Lift the heel again to return. Spread the fingers, smooth out the sheets, shift, and step it in. Draw the fists up the side of the body again. Step out to the right. Bend into that right leg as those hands press forward. Lift the heel, soft fist, draw the bow as you pivot, press the hip down, elbow pulls back. Coming back, lift the heel, open the hands, smooth out the sheets, shift the weight back, and step it in. Bending the body to wipe the shoes. We're going to be drawing those hands up the side again, and then taking your, hang on, I went the other way. I'm turning sideways. Take your left hand, bring it down by your sides, lead with the pinky, let the body turn as you watch that hand circle behind you, up overhead, and now across the body to the opposite shoulder. Palm pressing down to the earth as you begin to bend the body. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Wipe across the front of the shoes. Fingers point forward, fingers point back, and slowly make a fist and draw back up. Now the right hand comes back down. Turning the body, watch that pinky begin to lead, then it turns all the way around, coming to the opposite shoulder. Palm making a real nice connection with the earth as you trace the outside of the body on this side. Wipe the shoes across the front. Fingertips forward, fingertips back, and bend, or make a fist, and unbend. And release. Our sixth phrase is rhinoceros gazes at the moon. Think about having a big rhinoceros horn. That's what's going to be gazing up at the moon. Draw your hands up, step it out, and press down. Make soft fists, and, no, press down, excuse me, keep the hands open. The palms are going to reach skyward. So lift the heel, pivot like we did in the last one, and circle around. So your arms are sort of creating a moon, or your palms are reaching toward the moon, and your rhinoceros horn is reaching up. Gently, palms up, turn palms up like you're carrying the moon back, unpivot that foot, and release. Let's go to the other side. Draw the fists up to the side, step and press down. Weight, just like we were doing the other phrase, the weight is predominantly on that bent knee side. Let's take the twist, so lift the heel. Take both arms and circle, let the body circle, and the arms will circle up, looking at the moon. And then release, lift the heel, pivot, turning the palms up, carrying that moon back, shift the weight, and release. Let's take that once more on each side to really feel this one. Pulling the arms up the side, step it out, pressing down. Think about the palms now, and let the palms, as you pivot on that back foot, the palms really reach skyward, opening up, and now turning the palms, coming back to center, unpivoting, and release. Other side, draw those fists up, step it out, press down. Think of those palms. And as you lift the heel and turn, your whole body turns and your upper body reaches. Eyes and head reach up to look at the moon. Lift the heel and pivot back. Palms up as you carry the moon around. And step it in to release. Wonderful. Take a seat. Oh, let me move forward. How did that happen? Okay. Huh. So here we are, a little closer. I'd just like to do one exercise with the ears. It's self-massage. And all it is literally doing what's called a coin rub. So if you just put your index and thumb together and you sort of rub. All right, you might do this. I don't know. This is sort of a symbol for money too, isn't it, right? Okay, coin rub. But that's the action that you're going to do along your ear. All right, so start at where your earrings are, at the lobe part, and do a little coin rub right there. And then take that action all the way up around the ear until you can't go any further. And then come on back down. Good. Take a moment to feel your two ears, even just from that simple thing. And I know the camera doesn't always get it, but maybe your earlobe is really red. Let's go to the other side and start down low. You decide how much squeezing you want, how much pressure you want. Come on up. You can do it a couple times. You can do it very quickly. You can do it very slowly. It's up to you. And then gently rest. Great. And now, let's do a little stretch. So we're going to stretch our ears in 3 directions. We're going to start by pulling down. So what I'd like to do is actually go inside my ear if possible. If you're wearing hearing aids, I know this is trickier, so you might want to stay on the outside or take them out. But you can hook on the inside of the ear and gently pull down. Now you could also gently pull on the lobe, your choice. But pull down. The direction is down. You can do both ears at the same time if you'd like, or just one. And now come to the top. And again, you can find a good spot and pull up. And release. Now my favorite is the out. So this is where I do like to hook, and I pull out. And once I pull out directly to the side, I can go up or down a little bit. I can move forward or back. But that way I really feel I'm not only getting the stretch right there where my finger touches, but then it's going into the jaw, into the neck, into the skull. So we're really addressing our fascia here, our connective tissue, opening up the whole upper head and sinus and ear area. And release. If you only did one side, you might really feel a difference between your two sides. If you did both, great. We're going to do the other side if you've only done one. If you did both, do it again and play with it. So pulling straight down, hooking, and gently pulling down, or just the lobe and pull down. You decide what's best for you, but you'll feel a little stretch, not only through the skin, but as you hold it and breathe through the fascia and even the muscles here. And then the upper part, pull it up toward the sky. Be careful with your shoulders, of course, and hands and wrists. If this is uncomfortable, please adjust or don't do it. And now pulling, hooking in, pulling to the side, directly to the side. And then from there you can gently pull down or up or forward or back. And when you go to those slight variations, the slight angle up or down, that's when you're really addressing the fascia more directly and you're really getting hydration to the area, increased circulation to the area. And gently release. So now you might feel like you have bozo ears. Yeah. All right. So enjoy the sensation of the ears now as we sit in seated meditation. So give yourself a chance to get comfy in your chair with a nice tall spine, feet really rooted to the earth, closing the eyes. And if you'd like to support the water element, our bladder and kidney energies in the body, you can hold the index finger, just lightly hold, doesn't matter which one, and settle in. Remain with this inward focus for another few moments, and I'll share a little bit more about our Doyen 12-step Qigong exercise program. This program is a mind-body exercise. It combines breathing with movements of the limbs. Its origins are found in ancient China. Chinese people realized that Qi, or life force energy, is the mother of all life in heaven and on earth. Humans are formed by Qi. So this practice pays attention to activating and sustaining our life force energy in both breath and body. The body includes our viscera, skin, muscles, tendon, and bones, as well as our energetic meridians or pathways. All of these parts of our body are filled with vigor or life energy as well as blood. This is why it is so important for us to move the body in a mindful way. A relaxed practice, an alert state of rest is what we're working toward. Slowly come back to the day, opening the eyes, wiggling fingers and toes, stretch and yawn. Yeah, thank you.